I'm here with my co-host.
Lexi.
And as you guys can see, we have a special guest here with us. Somebody that some of y'all might know from the cosplay world. Some of y'all might not know from the cosplay world. You know what I mean? He was everywhere. You know what I mean? With this crazy cosplay that he had and everything. And he still continue to do that whenever he gets the chance to and all that. So I want my guest to go ahead and introduce himself, tell us a little bit about yourself, and we can go ahead and get started.
All right, what's up, everybody? I am Poppy, the best tank in the world, because no one can stop me. That's the intro. I always stick with for a minute.
Yep.
Uh, I am a besides I've been cosplaying for a long time, close to 10 years. Now I just realized it's been close to 10 years. A big gamer, love video games. Been streaming on multiple platforms with the same name with a 760 behind it, and I use the word nerd lightly because the more I get into it, I feel like there's more people that just out nerd me, and I just kind of feel like I just more just stick to. I watch a little anime, but I'm a very big gamer at heart, like a
Hmm.
huge gamer at heart.
Okay. Awesome. Awesome. So you guys know how we usually start these off. We usually go with what we've been up to. So Lexi, do you want to go first or you want me to go first?
You go first because I seem like I always go first. So your turn.
Jesus Christ. What have I been up to? Started a new job and I don't want to say too much, but
Don't.
I think I work in a sweatshop. So I think I work in a sweatshop. Um, and it's cool, I'm doing IT stuff for them. It's something different, but I don't know. It's cool. It's a job. I hate having to say that because it sounds so fucking miserable. But it's a job. Can't sit here and complain. I got something going on and I can pay my fucking mortgage. So there we go. That's all I've been up to. And it's starting to get hot here in Carolina. So
It
your
is.
turn, your
It
turn,
is.
Lexi.
Mhm.
Um, I really haven't been up to much. In my garden still. Sunflowers are now coming out,
Mhm.
so that's awesome. I didn't think I was gonna get anything this season, but luckily those are there. Tomatoes are starting to like flower, so we'll see if we actually get tomatoes or not.
Nice.
Yep. And then I am going on vacation next week, so that's what I've been like preparing for. And I'm going to Disney, so I haven't been since I was like 10 or 12. So
You hitting up
yeah,
Universal or Disney World?
I'm hitting up Disney World. I went to Universal 2 years ago. I did the Harry Potter
Um,
experience. Yeah,
Oh, okay. All right. That should be a good time. I know you're going to be shipping stuff back. So that should be
yes,
fun.
you already know.
Um, awesome. So let's just go ahead and get into this meat and potato shit. I usually have like screenshots and shit, but since we got a guest, I kind of get into shit. You know what I mean? So I guess I'll start off with, you said that you use the word nerd lightly and stuff. So I asked, how long have you been actually going to conventions? And do you actually remember your first convention that you actually went to?
um, this is my been going convention for 10 years. First one was actually MomoCon back in 2015,
Okay.
and I've been hitting up. Well, MomoCon is a con I don't miss. I was close to missing it this year, and with it being my first con and it's the first con I went viral, I kind of owe that con something. And then
Right.
with them recognizing me on the 2019 history, I
Mhm.
was like, okay, y'all got my heart now. So that's a con like I'm just basically married to.
So if you guys don't know, I'm gonna like call it out because he's not gonna call it out. If you went to MomoCon this year, he is on the poster, you guys. Like he is there. Um, and I have been to MomoCon with him when he is cosplay as a Baku. It is very interesting to see like the amount of people that will stop him and take pictures with him and be like, he looks like Mbaku because he really does. So,
Yeah.
anyways, That's what those film homework is. So
That's that's awesome, man. That is awesome. What was the so I don't want to get straight into the Mbaku stuff because I know
he is.
that's gonna
Yeah.
be,
Mhm.
you know, but what was the kind of like push for you to start cosplaying? Were you just like, let me just give this a try and see what happens? Or was it just like a certain character you would just like, I'm gonna try this character first and then see the response from it or anything like that?
It was weird because I never grew up in my family. My family's, was a religious household, Christians. So
Mm,
I didn't celebrate Halloween
mm,
growing up. So I remember I always wanted to like cosplay at Halloween parties. I just never had the opportunity to, but I would just go with, something very, party city, and just keep it moving. But I said I would love to go as during the time it would be like a Bleach character or a Naruto character. There wasn't much options back when I
right.
was like party partying and such. So then I think when I went to MomoCon my first year, and I said, okay, this is pretty dope. This is back when Attack on Titans was like super big, so it was the troops all over the place.
Mm,
And I was like, man, I want to be, amongst them. And I remember they got in a group. They was singing the intro song and everything. It was just a good. It was like that, with that being my first con, and growing up in a small town where there's not a lot of places where people could really express cosplay or any kind of Eastern nerd culture in
mm.
any form. So going to that con, it just really like blew my mind just seeing like like-minded people. I remember I was there all day just playing a bunch of video games with um, everybody. And that's back when the con was at the college too,
Mm.
and they just MomoCon has been growing as years go by.
Wow. Okay. Do you like the growth? Like, do you like seeing the growth, or are you like, damn, this is a lot of damn people
I like seeing the growth.
now?
I
Okay.
I, I I feel like that's a good con for somebody's first con experience. I think MomoCon is a good con.
Yeah, I would
It didn't
agree.
get big enough to the point that it's becoming overwhelming.
Yeah.
So I will say MomoCon is the first con because I think it's a decent first con for everybody, and a lot of you can bring your family there and be you know
Yeah.
somewhat decent. I like for Dragon Con, I would not bring like any little kids there. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
People will argue back and forth about that, but that's just me personally.
And we talked about dragging. It's what, four different floors of stuff?
Dragon Con.
Um, it's 5 different hotels.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
So
five different hotels?
yeah, so I made that mistake. Like,
Yeah,
yeah, so like going from like a small regional con and going to Dragon Con, like if that's your next con. Oh, I made that mistake. That was so overwhelming. Like I haven't been back since. I want to go back, but like it's huge.
And that's
It's
the normal like
it's a
4 days.
con that you have to be prepared for.
yeah.
And it's
It's
like a normal 4 days?
5 days.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
5 days.
Yeah.
Damn.
It's yeah, 5 days.
Labor Day weekend. Yeah.
Shit. I see why the tickets are so much. Uh, okay. All right. That damn. I wanted to go to Dragon Con. Uh, MomoCon was a lot for me just in general. And I went to MomoCon to play in a TCG tournament the year that I went. So it was it was a lot. And I was man,
And
nothing I know you in, I know you know where you are and stuff. I am not a fan of that Georgia traffic or those roads.
I put it like this: the older I got, the more I
Yeah.
start sticking to things walking distance.
Mm,
That
Hmm.
I got a new trick now. I just park my car at a friend of mine apartment complex that's gated and just take
mm.
a Uber to the hotel and just do the walking from there. It's Parking is insane too. If you want to pay for convenience, it's there, but it's gonna really rack up some money.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely. Okay. Was there was there a certain cosplay that you did do that you were like that we all know about the Mbaku one, but was there another cosplay that you did you were just like, I really like this shit, and it didn't, okay, maybe it didn't get like as popular as that one, but was it one that you were
Yeah.
just like, yeah, this one, you looked yourself in the mirror, you were like, oh yeah, this one hits. I like this one.
It, it is fun. I love my Ruby. I did Yang for Ruby,
Hmm.
and I love that cosplay so much. It's because I was heavy on Ruby, watching Ruby at the time,
Yeah.
and I remember just playing the soundtracks while I used to work out a lot, preparing for the cosplays coming up. So I like the Yang cosplay is very like sentimental to me
Hmm.
because I really feel like that's why I really broke my shell from cosplaying. Because before I did Yang, I did Shoma for God Eater, and I did the Fallout
Hmm.
for
Mm.
Soul Survivor.
Oh shit.
So
Okay.
Yang basically made me feel like I really feel like I just broke out my shell, and is with it being a gender bent cosplay, is it was just something bold for me to take,
Hmm.
and I that really made me feel confident about cosplaying after that.
Gotcha. How do you get over the, I guess, the nerves of like doing that first cosplay or doing a cosplay and you're like, oh shit, I don't want to look like I don't want to look crazy. I don't want to
Right,
look
right.
like, I mean, you're not going to be really out of place because you're going to a place where everybody else is doing it. But in your mental, you're like, what the fuck am I doing? How, like, where's the confidence, come from when you put on everything and you see yourself?
It's kind of weird because I think that I have so much. I feel weird going to cons where I don't cosplay to a point.
Word.
So
Yeah.
I think that why it kind of like I kind of feel out of place when I'm not in cosplay at cons. So I think because of that, the confidence just kind of just makes the kind of experience better for me
Mhm.
with and just in cosplay period.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. So is there ever a time you're ever going to a con just like in regular
Yeah,
clothing?
yeah. Oh,
Okay.
I did it. I do it unless I have multiple cosplays planned for the whole weekend.
Yeah.
I'm not. I used to wear the same cosplay multiple times. I do not recommend it. It's a lot of cleaning, it's a lot of spraying, and I remember each day just spraying the disinfectant just to not to just to feel somewhat clean and some of the sweaty armor I was wearing, especially in the Baku cosplay. That
Yeah.
Momocon did it 3 days straight. So I said after that it just be a 1 day thing. So I try to get enough cosplays, like light enough cosplays to get me through
Mm,
the weekend before I do like a big one.
gotcha. Okay. All right. And what's your usual planning for cosplay? Like, are
All
you
right, so
months ahead, or yeah.
um, someone like close to like it's months, but closer to a year,
Okay.
I'll say. Um, because now like my journey to cosplay in the future, I just say I don't see enough black people cosplaying characters from this series, or I don't see black people cosplay, you know, these type of characters. So I said, let me go ahead and that kind of helped me to know what I'm gonna do for future cosplays from now
Gotcha.
on. So that's like for my future, but like but I put like this. I have like cosplays planned for like the next 2 years,
Oh
just because I'm
shit.
just very meticulous that way. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm
Damn.
not cosplaying as much, so I try to make sure I make the
Yes, I
cosplays
brought you the
like
real
really
deal
matter.
Holyfield. Yes, there you go.
Damn. Damn. 2 years. Yo, that's
Yeah.
crazy. Oh shit. Okay. All right. Wow. Are you buying stuff, or you kind
Oh,
of
I'm
making this?
it's commission. It's commission. Yeah.
Ah, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What was the when you're trying to find that person to do that commission work for you, are you just like on just like randomly just on Instagram and you're just like, "Oh shit. I like the way, this person put shit together."
It was all right. So it's funny. When the first Black Panther movie came out,
Mm.
it was a post in a Facebook group. I do not want to give it no kind of attention, so I'm just gonna say a post on a Facebook group.
Yeah, yeah.
um, and it went surprisingly viral, and people was already just shoving like you can get your boots from here. You can get your armor from here. And they were just like throwing things at me. Then
Mhm.
one person, he asked me about doing the cosplay, and I said, hey, I ain't gonna lie, I always get my things made for me. He said, oh, I know somebody for you, and he just sent me this one particular um cosplay commission on Wonderwoo on IG.
Mhm.
I just saw all his art, and I was like, oh, I think he can put us off and be super accurate. And then we just contact each other, and we just build that relationship from just like doing a lot of my cosplays for me.
Wow, that's amazing. Networking is crazy.
Yes,
Wow,
it
that's
Yeah.
dope.
is.
Love that. That's great. Would you would you usually do you think that if somebody is going into the realm of cosplaying, do you think them stepping their foot and trying to make their own first would be a good thing, or should they kind of? I guess it. I mean, yes, it depends
It
on individual person, but you know.
it I put like this. It's gonna be some form of stress when you get into cosplay, but whatever avenue is gonna be less stressful for you,
Mhm.
especially in this time of age and this economy when people have to work more than needed to. So having the free time to work on all your hobbies and still, be logically, what you got going on with your life. I just tell about it just, long as your heart is in the right place. I personally I advise buying first, just to get that, just like buying like a expensive outfit for the weekend.
Right.
Just look at it that way, and that's how you get your feel for it first. Because one thing about it, you do not want to put. It's really discouraging sometimes when you make something and then rather it falls apart when it's at a con. It just doesn't turn out right as more wear and tear goes down, or it doesn't get the reaction that you hoping for.
Mhm.
So it all depends on where you cosplaying from, like in your art.
Gotcha. Okay. Damn. Okay. All right. I
All
like
right,
that.
I got questions,
Shoot.
sir, because you've been asking them all. Thank you.
Hey, 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 go ahead, girl. Go ahead.
All right, so like we know, like as like the last few years, cosplay has like exploded like into popularity, and like now everybody and their mom is trying to get into cosplay. But do you think like what would your advice be to somebody that's like shy, introverted, and wants to get into cosplay
um,
and doesn't know where to
as
start?
messed up as it sounds, I'm gonna be real with you, and I'm gonna be real with everybody. In the way the internet acts now, you have to have like really thick skin to get into cosplay. I'm just gonna be real with you. The world is not gonna it's not gonna cuddle your feelings. There's some cruel people out there that just they get a laugh and they get a drilling just for making people feel miserable.
Mhm.
And just you got to just be prepared for people out there like that. Like I said, I saw a negative comment in my Baku cosplay. I just let you just be know if I got a negative comment on that cosplay, it's fair game for anybody else.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna be
Yeah.
real with
Yeah.
you. And that's one thing I think everybody have to prepare. Especially if you want to do like a cosplay page and you want to put yourself out there on social media, just be it's like I said, it sounds messed up, but if you have thick skin, it's an easier um, hobby to get into.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Mm. Okay. All right. All right.
Yeah, it's messed up, but it's just that's just that's
You
just
know,
what it is.
everybody's a critic nowadays
Everybody
about
is a
every
critic.
damn thing.
And like if you're gonna do anything online, you just generally just have to
Yeah,
have thick skin because not everybody's gonna agree with you. It's just how it is.
Us doing this podcast,
I
look,
know.
I read the shit
I read those
on.
comments this morning and
Yeah,
I was just like, oh,
if somebody
okay.
calls me that bald headed ass motherfucker, what's that nigga's name? Jaden? What is his name?
Gideon.
Jadena? Yeah, Gideon. If somebody, whatever his name is, if somebody call me that shit one more time, we're gonna have a fucking problem, right? So, yeah, man. Everybody has a damn opinion about every fucking thing.
thing.
Yeah,
So you're right. Thick skin is definitely needed in this, in anything that you do nowadays,
yeah,
for sure. Especially
yeah,
if you're putting yourself out there and something that you're proud of. There's always going to be other people that are either it's hate, either they don't
Hmm.
understand it, or they're
hmm,
just rude and just angry individuals.
yeah.
And it's really nothing that you can it's really not much you can do about that, but just brush that shit off and just keep doing what you're doing.
Yeah,
Like,
because like the positive is going to be there, but it
Oh
always
yeah.
tends to be like that one negative just makes it, just always tends to make it, you know, much. Not gonna say much. It's not. I'm gonna say it's like it's little, but you know, that one negative can really just stain something. You know, an all white room, that one stain can really just throw it off. And I just want just people to be prepared for there are like, you know, legit like good people in the community, but just be be prepared. That's the people I don't have to warn you for. You know, I don't have to warn you about the good. To be honest with you, you know, you're just
Yeah.
gonna just embrace it and just enjoy it. So that's why I stick to
Gotcha.
to
Okay.
that saying.
Okay. Eh, Speaking of like the people within the people within the community that, kind of embrace you and will kind of tell you like, "Oh man, that looks amazing. That looks dope," and all that stuff. Based off your and actually let's kind of just get into it now. So, Mbaku cosplay, right?
Yeah.
All right. I don't even know where to start. So, so first of all, how long did it take to get everything for that cosplay?
For me to personally, um, think it took the second one. It took about 11 months for them
11
to
months.
get the stuff together. The
Okay.
first one I think was like 8 months.
8 months. Okay. And did you
Yeah,
get this done with the person that you were just talking about?
yeah,
Okay. All
yeah.
right. Oh man. Okay. 11 months. So you get you get the cosplay. I mean, of course, you try it on
Mhm.
beforehand and all that stuff. When you were trying it on, testing it and stuff like that, were you like, damn, I
Yeah,
really look like
yeah.
that nigga?
And it's weird enough. It's like that's the only time I feel like I look like him is when I wear the cosplay or I have the haircut. It's just one of the two. Because like when it went, I didn't see it. I remember going into the movies with a group of friends,
uh,
and you know, before we knew of the actor in the movie, I was going to there. I'm just like cutting up, blah blah blah.
right.
Leave the movie, and there's a cutout board of him near the bathroom. I went to go use the bathroom. I'm like, oh, y'all look alike. And I didn't. I still haven't seen it. I haven't seen it in. And somebody, a really close friend of mine, he posted my picture, did a side by side with Winston dude, and posted it in that, you know, in that Facebook group.
Mm,
And and everybody said, oh, I see it. I see it. I still didn't see it then. But when I put on the cosplay, he had a haircut. I was just like, okay,
yeah.
that's what I see it.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
oh
And
man.
so got the cosplay and stuff. So we get to MomoCon, and I, I I don't. I'm trying to think of the right way to say it. Where you weren't. Were you bum rushed like when people saw you, or was it kind of like gradually like more people were just like, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. There's a motherfucker who really looks like
Uh,
that dude.
um, I can tell you, it started as soon as I got to the hotel lobby. before I walked to the con, it started at the hotel lobby. And
That
walking to
is
the con, walking
pressure.
through Centennial Park, I was
Yeah,
just getting stopping for pictures before I even got to. So yeah, it really, as soon as I remember just stepping out the elevator, it's the AC Hotel, step out the elevator, is, oh, can I get a picture? Can I get it? It just,
that's
it
pressure.
just
That is such pressure. That is so pressure. Oh my god, that's pressure. All right. So were you with like a group of people at like when you were you with like
the
your group of friends and stuff?
when I first put it on, I was I had one of my close friends with me,
Mm-hmm.
my homie Nate. He was with me for a minute, and then Lacey and Boris they came later on.
Okay.
I had a room right down the street, so we met them. I met them at a restaurant across the street
Yeah.
at the con, and just so after I ran into them, I was just with them for majority of the time.
Word. So
And I would say Boris was a big help
Yeah, he was on
during
manager
all
mode
that.
for Marcus. Just
oh, for real?
yeah.
Boris,
It
I know
was,
you in this shit. I know you watching this. Good shit, man. Good look. I know you in here.
bro. I could. It was. I swear, like the whole relief just came as soon as I ran into them. So it made the experience a whole lot better.
Oh man. So oh my goodness. Okay, so this opens up a whole bunch of other shit. So is Boris just like throwing people out of the way and like pushing people
No,
out? What's
no.
like what's
Nah,
he
nah.
doing? Like what's
No. So he was just more like people will stop Marcus to take pictures, right?
yeah.
And so like Marcus has stuff with him, so he'll like grab Marcus stuff and hold it while people will take pictures with
Oh,
him and make sure that he like like
Look
cosplay was
decent, like
together
yeah,
and like he had
yeah,
water and everything of that nature. That's what he was doing.
Boris was a manager.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Boris was
Yes.
a
Yeah.
manager. Good look.
Yeah.
That is crazy. This has been
And
my job
after
ever
that day,
since.
I said I would not cosplay without pockets ever again. But
Yeah, I
that
remember
was
you saying that.
You didn't have a backpack or anything?
I had a backpack, but
Yeah.
I don't. It's sometimes like taking it on and off, especially when you're wearing like certain cosplays, especially with armor in
Ah,
particular. I'm just concerned about just tearing things up and just
yeah.
any kind of damage.
Damn. So with the man, they just flocked in the hotel. That's crazy. Okay. So have you met from this cosplay and from this like viral cosplay? Have you met like crazy big cosplayers that you were just like, oh shit, or just people that you were just like, oh shit?
Um, I actually met a lot of the bigger popular Atlanta cosplayers that I always you know you know I could say looked up to and just saw they working and was really respected in the community. So
Okay.
that cosplay did get me just particularly the Atlanta scene because when I first I always just did cons in Georgia.
Mhm.
So my first con was like DreamCon like 2022. So I was that's my first like out of state con.
Yeah.
So I was just mostly just a Georgia, just linked in with everybody in the Georgia area.
Gotcha. Was that the first year for DreamCon 2022?
It was I think 2019 is their first year. I think no I think it's their second year we went.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, when we first went.
All right. Damn. Okay. Okay. And how was that just whole out of state journey kind of, flying? And I take it that you took that cosplay with you and stuff, or did you not take it with you?
So during that time, my apartment had an apartment fire
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
at the end of 2022.
Yeah.
So all my cosplays, and it was crazy because I just took them out of storage like 2 weeks and put it
Oh
in the
man.
apartment. So like all my cosplays was in that. Like I lost everything during that time. Is the only thing that was salvaged was a skateboard for some reason.
That's crazy.
That's so weird.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I couldn't wear that particular one the
Mhm.
following years because of that, but I did wear the armor for the second movie
Yeah.
at DreamCon last year.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And does it still gravitate people? Like it even still to this day it still gravitates?
Yeah, yeah. I don't think it's not quite as big like it was back then.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know. I think it's about. I think it was just a different. I think cons and before the pandemic was just a different type of energy. It was.
Yes.
It's
Was it?
very. Things are kind of
Yes.
calm. Like they just kind of like toned down a bit compared like
Yeah.
for a pandemic. Cons was just like real. It's still fun now, but it's a different type
Yeah,
of
it's
fun back
different.
then. And
Yeah.
It's different. And And this was did you so you didn't did you do DreamCon this year too? Oh no.
No, I wasn't able. I was able to do it this year. So I
Okay.
just did MomoCon
Just at
this
MomoCon.
year.
Okay. All right. And what have you been to any other cons within the Georgia area or
Yeah. Yeah, I've been to AWA. Well, I'm kind of it's a con in December. It used to be in September, then moved to October. Now it's in December. It's not really. I personally, a lot of people have this cult following. I personally, not interested anymore.
mm,
It just it felt like I went last year when they changed the location. It just felt lifeless. Just felt
wow.
sad, kind of. And
Yeah.
somebody going to tell you something completely different.
Yeah.
That's just
True.
for me personally. I'm going to DreamHack again this year,
When is
And
that?
just to Halloween weekend,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
if I remember right. Yeah,
Okay. That's
so I've been to DreamHack the past 2 years, so this will be my third one.
awesome. Awesome. And I guess oh man, with I gotta go back to the Mbaku real quick. So with the Mbaku cosplay, I guess did it when you got the haircut, like was it something different that you like when you saw yourself with the haircut and stuff like that? Were you just like, yo, this is crazy? Because I never got. Have you ever gotten like the shaves on, like shaved on the side with the, like, have you ever
Yeah,
done anything like that?
actually, yeah, I did. I had like back during the what was it? The era the Travis Porter Rich Kids era with the
Yeah,
little like the little
Mm-hmm.
Sunday mark.
yeah.
I,
Yeah.
I wish I could find that picture, but I had one of those. So
Oh shit. Okay. And
yeah,
and I guess one more another question I gotta ask, man.
No, I got one. Hold on.
Shoot.
Wait a minute. So are we getting more Fallout cosplays? Cause I like Fallout. We both like Fallout. I want those. Thank you.
well, since I've been playing the fourth game, I've been thinking about doing a Fallout cosplay. Since I've been playing it, like I've really been enjoying Fallout 4.
Okay. Cool.
It's
That was it.
Yeah,
That was the
that's all
question.
I wanted to know.
That was the question. Jesus Christ. Okay. So are you a person that likes to keep your cosplays like under wraps until you like reveal them?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Like Boris knew like close homies. They know who I'm working with,
Mhm.
but not I I just I did only thing I really teased was the Mbaku, but everybody knew was coming eventually. So that's the only
Yeah.
thing I really like kind of like teased. But everything else I kind of just wait till a con happens to debut it. I did say after Dragon Con I was going to start just working with photographers and just getting a portfolio done,
Yeah.
like the really
Hmm.
professional cosplay, the big one. So I'm going to start that at the end of this year. Just get all my cosplays and just take like crazy photos in them.
I get speaking of cosplay photography, what because I used to be a photographer. And
Hmm.
are you a fan of the cosplay photography look when they add like the special effects and stuff like that? Or do you like it more kind of just like really take in the cosplay instead of like having, like a whole bunch of stuff in the background? Or do you like that kind of background type of look when they add certain things in the editing and stuff? Or you just like a
It
simple, like, you know?
it kind of depends because I remember there was some backgrounds they used my Mbaku I just wasn't a fan of. So
Mhm.
it was just very distracting. It just like not to be, I was just like, okay,
Yeah.
it's kind of like too much going on. And it's not a good picture of me, but I appreciate it. But it's just it kind of to me is more like less is more
Yeah.
if you do if you do
Definitely.
it. I seen like one guy did a great job, and I think he went like really over the top with it.
Mhm.
And I think that that's like one I really really like. But just for me personally, uh, if you got that art in you, do it up. But
Yeah. Uh,
you just for me personally, I just like a little bit of it.
I would I would think that if I'm thinking from a photographer aspect and you wanted to get a good shot of Mbaku, I'm thinking like give me just like black background, cloth of course, no paper, and put you want a lot of accent. Does he wear a lot of I guess like he doesn't wear like a lot of gold and stuff like that,
No,
does
no,
he?
not gold.
No?
No,
Mhm.
no.
Okay. But it's a lot of earth tone browns and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That black background with those darker browns, kind of putting a spotlight on those darker browns with the hair light in the back, kind of off to the side, and he has his staff kind of like almost like a 45, like getting that
Hmm.
type of
Look,
shot.
sounds like you found your photographer. There you
I don't
go.
shoot anymore. So I don't shoot anymore. But it when I think about like cosplay stuff, because I wanted to get into it, I what I was doing was looking at other people's stuff and being
Hmm.
like, damn, is that how shit really supposed to look like? So it was me comparing the stuff that I do to somebody else, or the ideas that I had to somebody else's stuff, and then I guess kind of bringing myself down and be like, nah, man, because the
I
simple
would tell
stuff,
you this
yeah,
personally with your black background. One of my favorite Mbaku pictures is just an all black background
yeah,
because it like everything that you brought up. It basically said like the light had a
Oh,
white
so like I
light
said, you
complement
found
the
your
brown.
photographer.
yeah,
Like you really that it looked very like movie poster ish
yeah.
kind of, and that's why I really
That's what I'm thinking about. Yeah, and
yeah.
it's I know some people, a lot of the cosplay photographers that you see at cons do everything outdoors and stuff, and it looks corny as shit. Get into this pose, and it just looks so bad sometimes, and I'm just like, if you were to get this person in a studio and really took the time to shoot them, you would
Hmm.
get some really good shit. Like
Hmm.
really good shit. Like I think especially like tall cosplay does really well because it's in your face, right? So like doing an Mbaku or Resident Evil woman.
Oh, the one that everybody fan girls. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Like
Okay.
Oh,
finding
okay, all right.
yeah, like her with the painted gray and stuff
Hmm.
like that on like a red background because she has the red lipstick to
Yep.
offset that. Like it's just
Yeah.
shit like that, man. Like, and I don't think motherfuckers be thinking like that. I know I'm not
So
crazy.
sound like you going back into like photography for cosplays? That's what it sounds
Too
like.
too expensive, yo. If I could,
Hmm.
honestly, if
I mean, I got a Sony mirrorless
What's this?
camera here for you.
shut up. What you
I
about to
mean,
say? What you about to say? Sorry.
What was the last time you did photography? Like, was it
see,
years ago or just?
The last thing I remember doing was taking. I took photos of. I did some car photography that I took some pictures of and did some editing with that. And I have been doing. I did some photos of my sister wanted photos for her birthday, so I did some of those too in North Carolina when she was living here. And the big thing that I wanted with that was just like bright colors. It's a birthday, it's supposed to be bright, supposed to be vibrant
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And that was kind of the last thing I did. I did a couple landscape stuff, just like just tripod, letting it sit, timer, doing it in three different like different like damn, I forgot. Apertures of like doing like a -1,
hmm
0, and then a +3, combining those to get like a HDR photo manually
Hmm.
instead of using the camera settings. So yeah, that's kind of like the last thing that I have done, but that was like, oh my gosh, maybe like almost 3, 4 years ago now. I think it. I don't know. I do think that a lot of people that anybody can pick up a camera.
Hmm.
Anybody can pick up a fucking camera. I've seen it, right? But it takes somebody to want to learn how to use it well to actually really get good shit and understand lighting and f stops and all that shit. But yeah, man, that shit
It,
will look great on that black background. Even if it's just, I'm
it,
sorry, I'm getting into shit. Sorry.
I know it's cool. It's crazy you say that because a lot. Not trying to make fun of shorter people, but when short people take my cosplay, they're not aware of like my ankles. I look like uncomfortably huge in
Yeah,
some pictures. I'm
yeah,
just
you're
like,
like,
do I really look like that in y'all vision? Like, do I really hope I don't.
it's
So
like it's like they're looking up at you and they're shooting like
right,
this, and they don't want to get like a step stool or something to meet you at eye level. Even if it's like coming down at an angle, being
yeah,
taller gives a different aspect to shit because you're looking down on them, and that's like a good like just look. Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Yeah, for
yeah,
sure.
yeah.
Yeah,
I was honestly, I would tell you this as a cosplayer, we love just a random stop. Can I get a picture by any photographer?
yeah,
We that if you want to cheer somebody day as photographer, just that random, hey, can I get a picture? Stop, just something simple.
yeah.
Um, as cosplayers, they're very appreciative and they'll take and share. They really enjoy it. Me personally, I don't like seeing pictures of myself. Weirdly enough, like I don't use a real profile picture on my Facebook page. It's for
Mhm.
like almost years now. It's just I see myself in the mirror enough, so I don't really share that many pictures of myself. I remember somebody said, your pictures all over the internet, and that was like it was not because I shared them because somebody else was
Right.
sharing them. I don't share my pictures like that. It's just a weird thing with me personally.
Hold on, I'm gonna segue really quick. So, fun fact, if you didn't know, there was once a time where if you put in M'Baku, instead of seeing Winston Duke, you would see him.
Oh, he was that. He was like in that. He was. That's
Yes.
pressure. That is
Yes.
pressure, man.
Yes. So we're gonna give him his flowers,
Yeah, that's
okay?
pressure. Damn. Damn. Can I ask you one more question? This might be kind of like a personal
No, no,
question. So,
no. Honestly, personally, y'all can lay it on me. Y'all good. Y'all
all
good.
right.
Y'all.
Damn. All right. I want to make this right. Did did the women flock to you? Did they flock to you? Cause you're tall. You a tall motherfucker, man.
Okay, hold up. I never told you the story, bro, because I'm gonna tell you now.
Shoot.
So, like, I have a picture of him in his cosplay, and I'm
Yeah.
standing beside him, right?
Yeah.
And like a coworker of mine that saw the picture, like I was flipping through some pictures at work. She saw him. She saw him. She was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, who is he?" And I
Yeah.
was like, "Oh, yeah, he's one of my cosplay friends." And she was like, "Oh," and she was like, what's his Facebook? I want to look him up. Like, I want to
Yeah.
add him. Like, I want to talk to him." I was like, "Girl, you were like not in his age group. What are you doing?"
So they were flocking. Like they would conjugate and
I put like this. Um, during this whole experience,
mm,
during that whole experience, I think that I was never prepared how many people was gonna react to it like the way it was. Like
yeah.
I said it's gonna be a good turnout. It's gonna be, I said it's gonna be pretty cute. It's gonna be, And then I think I remember just like as soon as I got like to the courtyard of the con, and it just the chants start happening, and I'm like, oh,
Oh shit.
this is this is not this is not what I'm ready.
They
I was
said,
not ready
oh
for this
shit.
because it's funny because I was at the con Thursday, not in cosplay, just wearing regular shit,
Yeah.
with like 390 some followers on IG.
Yeah.
And the Thursday, like nobody, I'm seeing these people. No, nobody's like talking. 'Cause I don't know them. We're not like basically that cosplay basically kind of cemented me in the Georgia cosplay scene. Um, So I'm like running to the same people. I've seen their faces, and I'm like, I wonder how Friday going to be. So
Yeah.
when I put on the cosplay Friday, it was I was just like, oh, I did not know it was going to be like night, like extremely night and day.
What? So you said that you started. You had 300. What did you go like? What did you end up with after the convention? Like,
That's why I got to like 2,200 or something. But yeah, yeah, yeah.
that
But basically like 20K increase, like not 20K, but 2K increase. Yeah, 2,000.
wow.
And that was mostly like before then. I was just mostly just most people that was following just like Ruby cosplayers because I did the Yang cosplay before that. So I was just basically like doing like just that's a cosplay I really like shared a lot,
Yeah.
ironically. So I was like kind of submitted in like in the Ruby cosplay scene,
Mm.
and then after that cosplay, it just kind of just changed the whole my whole algorithm.
That's wild. That is wild. And you said, and you did say that you stream and stuff like that. Are you just what are you playing right now while you stream?
All right, so this game called Rematch just came out on
Mm.
Steam. It's like the soccer Rocket League. So I'm gonna be streaming that like hardcore. Starting a few days from now, like Thursday or something. Um, but I actually like I have really bad ADD with gaming. Like I would
Mm.
really just stream like on can I say other platforms or y'all
Yeah. Go
cool with
ahead.
it? Okay, like on TikTok I stream mostly just like Fallout because everybody just love watching the Fallout gameplay
I
over
like his
there.
follow content. Yeah.
But on Twitch is that's what I do like mostly just if it's in my mind to play it, I'm gonna just stream it. Mostly lately it's been a lot of Fortnite,
Mm.
surprisingly.
I've been playing that
I don't,
lately too. Cause they put Hank in the game.
it's crazy. I ain't even never thought that I would be enjoying the game um like I am now. Because I was just playing it just to play with friends, but now I'm really starting to enjoy
Same.
Yeah.
Fortnite. Uh,
Okay.
but like my favorite genre of gaming is RPGs though. I love RPGs.
Gotcha. Okay. Is there anything that you're looking forward to?
Um, this year is kind of weak to me. So when
I
you're
agree.
surprised, like, well, there's Pokemon ZA. I'm a Pokemon fan. Like the
Yeah.
760 behind the Ooh Poppy is Beware's Pokédex. So that's my favorite Pokemon.
Mm.
Just,
That's
so I really love Pokemon. So I don't buy anything almost Pokemon related. So
got
Pokemon ZA, I'm definitely getting. And Borderlands 4, I think that's like the only two so far this year that I'm
yeah.
hyped about.
Are do you plan on getting the Switch too?
Okay, I don't have a PS5 yet, so that's the problem. That's how I think. So I put it like this: if it was, if they say I can get one for free, I would definitely get a Switch 2 before I get
Yeah.
a PS5. But I feel like I need, for essential purposes, for like a streamer and
Mm.
just for gaming with just like in a social aspect, I need a PS5. But
Yeah.
I want to Switch 2.
Yeah. Gotcha. Um, and I'm sorry to get off topic here. So we had a couple showcases that came on. Xbox showcase.
That was
Uh,
ass.
uh,
PlayStation showcase was ass.
yeah.
Like
Um, we are Resident Evil 9 is a thing that's coming out.
mhm.
So that's cool, I guess, if you play Resident Evil.
Okay, hold on.
Um,
Wait a minute. Speaking of, hold on. Can we talk about Bethesda?
not coming
Oh,
out with anything with Elder Scrolls 6,
no, no, no. Not even that. How you gonna give us a fishing DLC on 76 and be like, oh, yep, this is all we dropping this year? What?
bro.
I didn't even ask for fishing. Why are you? If I were,
Who the fuck wants to fish in a goddamn what? I'm not eating the fish. Why would I do that? Why would I do that? I, I
gonna come out
get
like 3 heads,
I
two
get
tails.
radiation from drinking fucking water. Why the hell
Is it
would I want to eat fish? Go ahead. Sorry.
is it like a legit like fishing mini game? Because I know like when Final Fantasy 15, they had a fishing mini game. Everybody's like got deep into it. So is it like a legit
I
fishing mini
have
game or just
I haven't played it yet. Like I've been I'm upset. But yeah, it's like a fishing DLC. I think there's probably gonna be like some missions and stuff around like fishing.
So
And
it's going to be like fucking Skyrim.
I
It's
mean, you could
going
do
to be
that in
like
Red Dead. I've been playing Red Dead and been fishing. Like, I'd rather do that.
it's going to be fucking Skyrim. They're gonna give you like, oh, you have to catch these type of fish. Doesn't make any sense, right? You have to get a fishing rod and you're gonna stand next to to some water and just sit there and wait for this thing to vibrate so you can pull this shit out the water. Get the fuck out of here.
What happened to the remake? Y'all was hyping up this remake. We didn't get no Fallout remake at all. We got this little DLC. That's all we got.
Jesus. And then I heard the Gears of War, the uh remake or the remastered, the online section of it was having some issues. I don't know if that got
Mm-mm.
fixed on the kind of like on the trial or testing type shit. I heard
Yeah.
that had some issues. Xbox is coming out with this stupid ass fucking handheld. We talked about this before. Get a fucking Steam Deck.
Yeah, that's
Get a damn Steam Deck. Save yourself some money. You can probably get one used and not have to deal with that bullshit.
yeah.
And you know, gaming, I don't know where the fuck it's going. I don't. I don't know. I think a lot of people are playing older games, like are staying with old games and not playing new ones just because they know I know what I'm getting. I'm still playing Skyrim. I know what I'm getting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not, gonna be surprised by some shit or anything like that. It's just this relaxes me and this does well for me and this does it. I can only think of like even for Nintendo, like I know the Pokemon is coming out. They money grabbing. They do this every time. Every fucking time.
I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for it. I admit, I am a straight sucker for. I would not. I would not be. I mean, I have no shame. I know I'm a sucker for Pokemon. I'm gonna be the idiot that's gonna buy the game every year and just like read the feel bad about it just for a second until I cut the game on. That's just.
Me too, bro. Like I was talking about this. We talked about this last episode. I bought when Sword and Shield came out. I bought that Pokeball that you can like plug a USB Type C into.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I bought that shit. That shit is in a drawer right now, not doing a goddamn thing. So that ain't doing shit. It just looked cool. I was like, oh man, that's gonna be dope to put on my backpack. That's gonna be sick.
And
But
I'm actually disappointed. As a big Final Fantasy guy, I got a chocobo tattoo on my leg. That's how much I love Final Fantasy.
oh,
They
shit.
I just found out like for the Final Fantasy Tactics remake that they basically not doing the newest PSP version and they just doing the just the PS1 version and they gonna make the PSP like content as DLC.
Mm.
Money, yo. It's all money.
It's a money
all
grab.
money. I can't.
And
cannot.
I'm on the fence to say, are you gonna go ahead and get it though? Because that's like one of my favorite Final Fantasies. When it just comes to strictly just through the story, I love the lore of Final Fantasy Tactics. So,
Oh, bro, you gonna get that thing.
Okay.
You gonna
get all
get
the Metal Gear games. Yep.
You gonna get that thing. You gonna get that thing. I'm sitting here saying I'm not gonna get Metal Gear Delta.
You are.
But I'm gonna get it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna get that shit because I'm a huge fan, and I want to see what it looks like.
I think like what Metal Gear is a special game for me because I mean it was like one of like the first gaming intros I was really like just stuck. Snake Eater 3, the intro of Snake Eater 3. I remember just like when I first got saw that whole intro, I didn't replay it like 6 times in a row before I hit the start button.
Yeah.
So
Chef's
because
kiss.
of like I had so much like this good like happy moments in gaming with that game, I kind of have to. It's just I kind of have to give it a try.
Chef's kiss. Snake Eater is like, I mean, from the camouflage suits to being able to eat snakes and catch rabbits and frogs, like it's a beautiful fucking game, and it is the only thing that Konami has going for it. Oh yeah, Silent Hill is coming out, y'all.
Yeah.
So be prepared for that shit. If you into that shit, if you haven't played it, get the old one. Um, I don't even know what to say anymore, dude. The gaming industry, I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know. It was just kind of weird that for me, the Xbox was banking on the game that they're banking on to like get people, which is Outer Wilds. Like, I haven't even finished it. It wasn't, and like when it came out originally, they wasn't even pushing it like that. It wasn't like
Yeah.
it was like, oh, this is gonna be amazing. They were like, oh, here you go, and then like, but now you're banking on it to be your saving grace. I don't know, just
I
mm.
haven't played I haven't played it, but is it worth? Is it worth getting into? You say?
You like Fallout, so yes, you would
Oh,
enjoy
okay. All right.
it.
Okay.
Yo, that's crazy.
Okay.
That is crazy. Uh,
I'm gonna be serious. Like, if you like Fallout, you will like the game.
yeah.
Okay.
It Yeah. So like, I haven't finished. I rebought it, so I'm gonna go back and replay it. But like, a lot of those Fallout mechanics are in the game. The story is completely different. Like, none of that is no. But like the mechanics wise,
Okay.
yes, you'll like it.
Okay.
I, I don't know, man. I really like. I've been reading so many articles about Elder Scroll or Elder Scroll 6,
We ain't getting that. We ain't getting that no time
and
soon.
I saw that we just they have started doing testing within the studio and stuff. And I'm just like, dude, like, you know how many people they made that announcement in 2018.
Yep.
2018. I'm done.
Yeah.
I'm done.
I mean,
I,
that's our
I kind of have a
GTA.
question.
Shoot.
I wonder, do when they make these announcements, do they game sales go up just by a small percentage or something? Because people get the feeling that they want to go back and say, okay, so let me get back on Skyrim
Hell yeah.
and
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I think
so they just
uh
okay,
yeah, for sure. Because I think if they even bring up the word elder anything, people get excited.
I mean,
It's
you see
like,
how Oblivion did.
oh yeah, yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. People, I watch so many reactions to that, and it's coming out now. You can buy it right now. And people, look, I haven't heard shit about that game since.
I haven't played it in like probably like at least a month and a half. Like,
It certainly is one of the games that if you play Skyrim, it's hard to go back and play that. That's because like Skyrim's my first like Elder
Yeah.
Scrolls game. I like really get like dive deep into. So I just wonder, would it be like a hard adjustment to try the older ones out?
well, I
I,
mean, you could try the remaster. I would say the remaster would be a great place to start.
that
Um.
old one,
Okay.
if you played the original, you're gonna be
Oh,
depressed.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
You're gonna be depressed. You're gonna be mad as shit. I think when it comes to Bethesda goes off of nostalgia and fanboys and
Mhm.
fangirls, right? They come out with a new Doom every couple years. People go crazy over it, and you know, okay, that's done. We're gonna come out with a new one. When it comes to anything that's dealing within the whole world of Tamriel and Skyrim and Morrowind and all that stuff, people go crazy for it because it's something that brings them that nostalgia. Bethesda knows how to, I don't want to say manipulate the mind, but it's something. I don't know what it is because I don't know. If I hear Elder anything
I
coming
mean,
from
come on,
anywhere,
look. Okay, look at like Elder Scrolls Online. That game is
yeah,
like,
I played that for a while.
I did too.
I played that shit for a long time.
Bought DLCs and
Yeah.
everything.
Yep.
Like,
Yeah.
but that game is like, they still making DLCs
Yeah.
now. Like, it's crazy.
Have you ever played the Elder Scrolls card game?
Oh God, no.
I did. That shit was dope. I love that thing, and they got rid of it. I was done. I was like, damn, this shit actually is pretty good. Playing on my phone and shit. This shit was dope. They got rid of it. Whatever, man.
Is the Elder Scrolls Online, did they made it free yet, or it's still? Oh,
No, you
No,
still
I
gotta pay
haven't
for
played
that
it.
shit. Yeah, you still gotta pay for that thing, man. It ain't worth it. Just let that shit be. Just let that shit be. Uh, uh, so do you have anything else that you would like to ask, Lexi?
No, I'm good.
You sure?
If I had a question, I could just hit home and ask my question.
All
Thank
right,
you.
yeah. All right, we good. Damn. All right. All right, yeah, cool. So before we go ahead and just, go off with all your socials and stuff. Let people know where they can find you and all that stuff.
all right, all right. Ooh Poppy, UWUPAPI 760 is on TikTok, IG, and Twitch.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not active on Twitter. I'm not really that active on IG either, but definitely active on TikTok. I'm a little bit too active on TikTok. um, but right now, even though I am probably more known for cosplay, but I am definitely most of my content is gaming related. I will post more cosplay out there, but I just want to I always try to let people know that it is a game. I am a gamer at
Yeah.
heart. I mean, much as I love cosplay, gaming is just something. It just really just run deep with me and in the family.
Awesome.
So if you expecting cosplay, you're gonna get it every now and then. I just want to put that out. But for the gaming, what you expect from me is just it's a lot of I rotate. I do a lot of whatever I'm feeling at the moment. I just tell you this right now. Rematch will be. I've been loving it. I've been enjoying it. I've been playing the betas for the past couple of months, and I've been on it like glue. But besides that, I love League of Legends. I'll tell you this: if you any League people, hit me up. I love to play with folks in League. Um, but besides that, just yeah, that's it. Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Just expect gaming content. We come my show.
Gotcha. Oh, also, Marvel token
I'm
fighting.
getting it.
Yes.
I'm
I'm getting
getting that shit because that shit looks amazing. All right. We can talk about it another time. So
it.
thank you guys for watching another episode of Carolina Otaku Podcast. Definitely want to thank our guest Van for coming through. Thank you
Appreciate it.
very, very much. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank
And
you.
we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye
Bye,
bye.
guys.
Peace.